Never underestimate a father's wrath. The consequences can be deadly. His name is John, the CEO of a publicly traded company. John once had a perfect life, a beautiful wife, 2 well-behaved sons, and a deep bond with his eldest, an accomplished athlete and star hockey player. John was incredibly proud of him. One day, John attended his son's game at school. On their way home, they stopped at a gas station. While his son went inside the convenience store to grab a drink, John stood by the car, happily updating his wife on their son's great performance. But out of nowhere, a group of heavily armed men stormed the store, gunning down both the store clerk and John's son. John, furious, rushed into the store and tackled one of the fleeing attackers. In the struggle, he managed to rip off the man's mask and got a good look at his face before the attacker broke free and escaped. By the time John made it back to his son, he was already bleeding out. Despite extensive efforts at the hospital, his son didn't survive. The tragedy shattered the entire family. They couldn't accept the loss. It was too sudden, too cruel. As if things couldn't get worse, John's lawyer delivered devastating news. The gas station had no surveillance footage, and John was the only witness. That meant the killer, if caught, would likely face no more than 3 to 5 years in prison. John was stunned. His son had been murdered, and this was the justice system's answer. That's when John made a decision. He would take justice into his own hands. In court, when the judge asked John to confirm whether the suspect was the man who killed his son, John hesitated. Then, he deliberately said the lighting had been too poor that night, and he couldn't clearly see the killer's face. With that one sentence, the suspect was found not guilty and walked free. As the man celebrated his release on the courthouse steps, John watched from a distance, quiet but boiling inside. His son's death would not go unanswered. He began tailing the suspect, carefully tracking his every move, locking in on where they were hiding.